Welcome back to the show, guys. Part two. Wow. Oh my God. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Mind blown. Hey! We're back, guys. So we're back. Maybe I should play some music while we're waiting. What did we watch? Oh yeah, Timothy Dalton. Fuck, I shouldn't have cut that off. I would actually still watch that again. Excellent. He's so boring though. He's like a boring man. You think he's James Bond, and then you see him, he's just like this boring dude. And then he turned gay at the end, didn't he? It was like Cecil B. DeMille. Mm. Yeah, it was like, fuck, okay. I didn't want this to be another Bond show, but it's almost like, let's get this one on.
Hello, YouTube fans. Here again. And I
Franklin.
figure why not talk about James Bond, but not just any James Bond, Timothy Dalton. Now, for people who want to know what I'm fucking blabbering about Timothy Dalton, I've always thought that Timothy Dalton was an underestimated James Bond. Shoot me with a dumb.
Fucking come on, man. I'd almost play that again, but fuck it, what's the point?
Barrel, but I do. Now, people could all.
He looks like a type of dude that would be in the army. Like if you're in the British Army, you're in the army with dudes like this. Like, do you know what I mean you're bunking next to this guy? Like, we've got drill on Sunday, and you have to shine your boots up and all, and go fucking prance about with him. Fuck.
always say that, he only ever did 2 James Bond films. So what? So fucking what? George Lazenby only ever did 1. And he's
He was good.
another one who I think was an underestimated Bond. Where there's bits of me, right?
He was underestimated, Bond. Excellent. You like me. You actually like me as Bond. Excellent.
There's bits of me what wonder. I've seen this on a lot of YouTube channels where they try to make out what it would have been like if George Lazenby would have.
Fucking hell. It's like he was watching, he's just one of those dudes who's been on YouTube and he just types in Bond videos. Like, what sad bastard would actually do that? And watch just fucking Bond videos? Like, just fixated on the topic of Bond. I want to see him say that again. I want to see him say that again. What did he say? Something
like
fucking weird there.
If George Lazenby would have done Diamonds Are Forever. And that's like me when it comes to Timothy Dalton. What it would have been like Timothy Dalton, let's say, right, didn't just do 2 Bond movies. Because we all know, right, we all know in 1987, Timothy Dalton had his big break. He was going to do it roughly in 1968. But at the time,
this is why if there was a war, see if there's a war now, Britain's fucked. Do you understand? Britain is done. Britain is not the country it was. You know, even in the Second World War, even in the 50s or the 60s, like, Even in the 70s or the 80s, even the 80s, they were taking back Argentina and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Or taking back Falklands or whatever. But I mean, it's like what do you call that guy from Cardigan Street? He's exactly like him. He's just like, it's just like that's how everyone is. Everyone's just we're just gone.
Timothy Dalton thought he was
I always thought Emmerdale was a piss take. Emmerdale, like I thought, like no village full of people could be that stupid where everyone just gets on like that. There is probably just villages up and down England where everyone's like that.
too long. So instead, we all know it got to George Lazenby. He only ever did one. Went back to Connery. Connery said he was only going to
Who?
do one. Connery. Connery said he was only going to. Went back to Connery. So it got to George Lazenby. He only ever did one. Went back to Connery. Connery said he was only going to do one more.
Connery.
Then went to Watermore. And Watermore decided that A Food to a Kill was going to be his last, and was looking for another Bond actor. And at the time, you remember me saying,
It's like some people can't pronounce their R's or their W's or their S's or something. This guy can't pronounce his fucking anything. Can't pronounce his R's or his W's or his S's or fucking. It's like,
this already, Bridget was going to be given to Sam Neeson. But then a lot of people at the time, Sam Neeson, there's a lot of different things. Just go back on the days when I said when Sam Neeson was going to be Bond. Then originally it was going to be Pierce Brosnan. Look at the history, you know that as well. He ended up doing Redbridge and Steel. He had his big break in 1995. But that's to say, right, I owe at the
by the way, it was Remington Steel. He was saying there, Remington Steel.
time, I go to an old
1995.
grocers like Michael J. Fox. And I owe
Michael
at
J.
the
Fox.
time, let's just say, right, that MGM wouldn't have this particular argument because I remember sticking up. I remember sticking up for Timothy Dalton when I
He was sticking up for Timothy Dalton when no one else was. Nobody else was. He was. He was sticking up for Timothy Dalton down the pub. Nobody else was even fucking talking about Bond or give a fuck. He was just having arguments with people that weren't even there in the bar. Like, Timothy Dalton is the best fucking Bond. And if you don't agree, he'll just headbutt you.
did License to Kill with him, saying he was not the problem. It was to do with the studios. I'm not going to get too much into it.
He's not gonna get into it, but it's because you can't get into it. But whatever.
They're taking it to court.
He's not gonna get into it. He'll keep that for a later video.
Arguing the fights of who was running the company of Bond, right? So this went on for this, went on right through to the early 90s. By the time it got settled,
yes, we can.
Was almost Watermore's age, and he felt, well, it's pointless me doing any more Bond movies now. How many can I do? Because they fucked around that much. So the blame is not on Timothy Dalton.
Right. If you actually look, right, the AI, the computer, doesn't know what he's actually saying. It's putting up words, but what he say? Look at what he here. Listen to what he's saying, and then read the text.
To kill with him, saying he was not the problem. It was to do with the studios. I'm not going to get too much into it. They're taking it to court.
Okay.
Arguing the fights of who was running the company of Bond, right? So this went on for this, went on right through to the early 90s. By the time it got settled, Timothy Dalton was almost Watermore's age, and he felt, well, it's pointless me doing any more Bond movies now. How many can I do? Because they fucked around that much. So the blame is not on Timothy Dalton. I say that the blame is not on him. Fact,
damn dude,
all this shit never have happened. In 1991, Timothy Dalton was going to do another Bond movie, and I even know the name. The name is going to be called Property of a Lady. Now, if you think you've heard that before, it was mentioned in the Bond film Octopussy, where it was mentioned Property of a Lady. So what they was going to do was they was going to call the next Bond movie after License to Kill Property.
Just remember, guys, this is not a piss take. This isn't a comedy character. This isn't a sketch show. This is fucking real.
of a lady. I've heard rumours of what the story was going to be like. Maybe it's a bit. Nah, there's other bits
Right? No, I can't keep doing this. This isn't
I
good.
thought was a bit interesting. Now, a lot of people had the problem that Timothy Dalton was more
Right? Enough. Enough. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Grow up. What have we got here?
That was a brisk start for a James May.
Big one. Big one. Big one.
Big one.
Get the medics.
Big one. What a fucking tit. Is that the whole fucking... That can't be the whole video, like...
That was a brisk start for a James May.
Big one. Big one.
Big one.
Big one. Get the medics.
Now, here's the thing. This isn't the video I actually watched before, because I remember I watched this weeks ago and it froze. And I just left it. I lined it up tonight. But this is a wee short one, 40 seconds. The one I seen was like 5-10 minutes or something. But it was, you can see there. For anyone that doesn't know, Richard Hammond is this guy. Richard Hammond is a TV presenter at BBC for all those people in America. This guy's a TV presenter, Top Gear. He had an accident. He had a car crash, and he was never quite the same afterwards. And you can see, do you know what I mean? You can see what he's thinking. He's reliving a moment himself. He's having his own wee moment there. Big one, just like fucking big one, big one. That's all that he's saying on the radio. So that's all he's hearing is a big one, big crash. He knows. He probably heard the crash come up the fucking tunnel. He's crashed. He's crashed. He's crashed. Big one, big one. He's just like memories, man. Memories. There he goes. James May died.
With Fiverr, you can hire top-rated...
Apparently. So there you go. I missed it. I didn't know that happened, though. Oh, James May's dead. There we go. See, I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
Now this looks like an ordinary camera, doesn't it?
What kind of film does it take? 120?
No, .220 high velocity.
This is the best Bond, apparently.
Now, this is a signature gun, and that is an optical palm reader. And if I plug this into the bottom like that...
Excellent.
Once I've programmed it... Now, nobody can use the gun but you.
Smile, boys.
Don't use the flash! Ah! Stop fiddling about with things you don't understand. You might easily have killed him.
That's odd.
Now this looks like...
This guy says it's the best Bond.
dark. He wasn't as humorless and didn't have as much of that British humour as Roger Moore did. But I like that. I like that. The thing is, nowadays, people
like
moan
that?
at Roger Moore, there was too much comedy, there was too much humour.
He liked that.
But Timothy Dalton made it back darker, made it more serious. Didn't try to act like another Sean Connery Wasn't Dynamite like a wad to more? He made Bond his own. So why is that a bad thing? People nowadays base Daniel Tay that he's more serious, he's more darker. But Timothy Dalton, oh no, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. Now let's show Lemon, let's show Ryan. I never pronounced his name right. Pick up the act.
Fucking hell, that's mad. Like, I didn't even know. I hadn't watched that until right now. Until earlier there. Like, live on the show, you. Oh, all you guys. Right. What do you think? I've lost my direction here, guys. I'm gonna have to cut it here. Just cut it here for a fucking bit. We'll come back for a part 3. Promise. It'll be much better. Much better. Part 3 coming up.